Welcome to Yerba Talks.
Damn, I forgot. Welcome to another video review. I am Max. This is Cat, also known as El Gato. And we have part 2 of Vika. Today, Vika and Kevin throwing a copium fest. Or a copium den, or however you want to call it. It's pretty bad. All right, give me 1 second. Let me get you that. We'll get it pinned. Sorry. And before we continue, make sure to do the social thing is like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend, send it to your significant other, go to the corner, yes, the corner of your street, and you'll subscribe to Share Mate Talks. And that way we can share the love for the channel. I have a little surprise today for you'll see eventually. I don't know, should I tell you? Yes, I should. Okay. We have a new sound effect for when we have gifted subscriptions, so you know what to do. Hello, let's say hello to some people. Jim Daniels, Mr. Gustafson, Real Sickness, CJ Calder. I saw Dan, I see Spin. Hello. Everyone in the Foundry. Yesterday we had an after show for the feminism debate with Raquel Wilson, and I forgot her name. But yeah, it was kind of boring. So if you didn't watch the debate, you didn't miss much. Oh my! Hold on. There we go. Jim Daniels gifted 20 Sherba Mate Talks memberships. So it's a little bit more. There we go. Let's see who he hit. Answers in Atheism. Cry Fishy, Mike Hill, J. Gill, Magus Mjork, Smash Buttons 1, Just Mr. Sir, Bigus Dogus, Runham, Gracers, Paul Taylor, sorry. BSD Box 2095. Holy shit, what are some of these names? Low Nanda Loof, Chris Parshot, Aces W, Fred Nor, The Lost Shadow of Hanso, Smoke from Speak, Solid Science, and Anik. You can now enjoy some of the best emojis and sound effects on the internet. Thank you so much, GM. All right. Let's start here. No, here, Chrome. There we go. All right.
Method you observe something in nature, whatever, even in non-natural settings.
Yeah, he's going back to the same shit, right?
So
I'll fast forward something.
Yes, but he mass and acceleration. Well, this is clear variables, and is not like with the sun, which you cannot touch and which you cannot. I pointed out.
Oh my God, dumbass. You don't need to touch it to measure. When you're on the road, on the highway, and you're speeding, and the traffic cop gives you a ticket without touching your car, how does that work, Kevin? Because he measured your speed without touching your car. Are you seriously like that dumb, Kevin?
Out later that you cannot compare mass and acceleration, which you can measure directly, and the sun, which you have thousands of variables you don't know.
Exactly.
They don't matter at all, Kevin. They don't matter one bit. You see the sun moving like that, and you can also predict. Oh, sorry. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
We're back here with Vika, they're failing at everything. No, the cat did not attack me today. We were on a non-attack roll, so go us.
Exactly. And what did they come with margin of error in their experiment?
Yeah, no. Exactly.
Nothing, no?
Mm-mm.
No, they did.
Yeah, maybe
that's
went to at one point. I didn't listen about his mathematics. Maybe some.
Oh my God, he just said mathemagic. Hold on.
Okay, so I'm going to clarify because you're using wizardry.
Uh-huh. You're using wizardry. Thank you, Wizard.
I don't know, but I think not so. Not in that depth for sure.
Cool.
And you may then make a hypothesis, and you may say that
is the end result going to be? Well, we're going to walk you through our piece of this, but the end result's going to be the altitude will be at 19.4 degrees and the azimuth will be at 217.7 degrees south by southwest. So how are we going to verify these predictions yourself? Again, this is kind of an open call for anybody who's watching these videos.
Yes, he said mathemagic. Because it's something that the blobs, Alan and Shane, say.
To do this and also be able to provide the same predictions going forward, that it's not just me that's able to do this. So we need some requirements. GPS position, plus or minus 1 kilometer. This is where we start getting the error margins. We need time plus or, accurate timing, which is plus or minus 30 seconds. We need an altitude angle of plus or minus 1 degree minimum. Smartphone apps are typically between 1.
So the only experiment was like what? Checking a sunset? What was it? Or sunrise at a particular place, and what?
Yeah, not some. It wasn't that specific.
What do you mean it's not specific? No, it is very specific. Yeah, you go out wherever you are. You make a note of the time, and you measure your angle to the sun, and which way you're looking, north, south, east, west, right? And then we can plot. If you get a bunch of those, you can plot them on a map where you were looking at when you were making the measurement. And I show this from Dan. Dan actually got me this one. 1 second. Where the hell is it? Here. I saw Icy Spin. I saw the 2,800 mile thing, but wasn't that on Whatcast TikTok? So you plot you get a bunch of observations, right, of people, and you get one of these lines for each. So you assume the Earth is flat, you match them, and it's the exact same thing that happened with Demok, right? It doesn't match anything. The sun is supposed to be at different places at the same time. So then you plot it on a curve, and oh, would you look at that? And these guys, they built it like this, so you can even test concave, and it makes everything even worse. But oh, would you look at that? It's almost like it's all parallel rays coming from very far. Damn. I'm not showing it. Oh my fucking god, I'm sorry. Why didn't anyone tell me? Yes, Dan. So thank you. Okay, so here, everything that I said before, right? Apply to here. You plot them, nothing matches. You plot it. You plot it like that. It matches less. You plot it like that. Oh, it's what we say it is. Huh? Would you look at that? Dan, this is just fantastic. I love this little thing. It's very good for illustrating when you can't get the attention of the flurf. You dangle this like, hey. All right.
Eratosthenes, more or less, like everyone can at this latitude will determine how the sun, where the sun is, and then compare. They think it fits all to this 69 mile per degrees, and
well,
like,
it does.
because this is derived, the globe model is derived from the sun there with the assumption of straight parallel rays. So they only want to look. What I got.
You're wrong, because the 1 degree per 69 miles, that's with Polaris. It's all with the sun. What are you talking about, Mr. Kevin?
From the first meeting it is not so in detail. Just everyone can post his observation, which angle is the sun at what time. That's it. Very, very general.
Oh yeah. No instrument required, no gadgets required, right? No margin of error, nothing.
With the phone, which he now says is like.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah. No instrument required, no gadgets required, right? No margin of error, nothing.
Yeah, just wishful thinking. That's all you need, right, Vika? No instruments, no gadgets, no measurement devices, nothing. Hello.
With the phone, which he now says is like can be 1 degree off, even very much off. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And 2 degrees, that's actually going to be our overall margin of error for this experiment. And the azimuth angle is plus or minus 1 after magnetic declination correction. Keep in mind that this predictive model is based on referencing of true north, not magnetic north. So if you're using magnetic compass.
There's I think Stacy Daisy is saying there's a few apps for what time the sun comes. Oh yeah, the sun, even on your local weather, if you just check, you get all the sunset and sun.
Because the Mark 1 eyeball is good enough for any flurf. Yes, it is. They actually are. And Stacy Daisy that said there are a few apps for what time the sun comes out and sets. And yeah, they all use the globe. Thanks, Stacy.
Rise of your particular positions, right? But there are also apps. I don't know if the new ones work, but there's also an app called Dioptra. You have any idea about that, Sam? Kevin?
Sound.
Yeah, that you can do this, but what I heard is can be 1 degree off, and he says now here 1 plus minus 1 degree margin of error is much more than the ILS experiment.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah. So I was also mentioning about this app called Dioptra. What is Dioptra? Dioptra is an old name for the analog theodolite, right? We all know what is the theodolite, right? So the analog theodolite, which was used for angle measurements, was a device very similar to an astrolabe, but with a seeing pipe and everything to seeing angles to the stars and on the ground, right? So you have a digital version, which is the theodolite,
Which is what you have like literally on screen, Vika. That's what Dan proposed to make this measurement, you absolute dumbass. He's talking about another. Dan has the theodolite app. That one is for I think both Android and iOS. And Vika is talking about another app that it's also a theodolite that's called Dioptera for Android.
Is the digital gadget you have now for the surveyors and all this stuff. The ancients had the Dioptra, and now you also have an app called Dioptra, which you can use in your mobile phone, which really tells you the angles and everything and on the distances and all this stuff, right?
No, in this case, I don't know if you heard it. It's what he said just now. It's because the first version of that instrument is called Dioptera. That's what it's what the ancients use. So it's the same thing as the ancients, just in app form.
So even if the flat earthers want to do something like this, there is an app. It doesn't work on all devices, but yeah, if you can get one, it's an awesome app which can help for us to prove flat earth. Because there is no.
Nope.
Right.
No.
You need to account for the magnetic declination correction. So why does this matter? Well, we're using terrestrial experiments, no satellites, no spacecraft, no appeal to NASA, no appeal
No planes, right, Kevin?
to authority. This can be verified independently, so no trusting authorities again. The test is repeatable by anyone, anywhere. Doesn't matter if you're in Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, what continent you're on, this should still apply. And these predictions have masked observations consistently across centuries of measurements, and this includes maritime celestial navigation that's been done for hundreds of years, whether they were English, Portuguese, Spanish, French, American. So let's get into the quick assumptions. These are the important assumptions, and this is basically how we frame our model. Assumption number one is the Earth is a sphere.
That is pretty good. It has a lot of functions, but I mean, it's for Android, so who cares? Sorry.
Here. Now, each one of these assumptions is going to be based on empirical evidence listed at the end as far as our sources go. We've known that the Earth is a sphere for roughly.
Because here they are going about their sun experiment, right? Now they are just closing in on one experiment. Now they are not, they have excluded the radio signal experiment.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my God, Vika is so lost. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? Did they exclude the experiment? No.
they told that I can present this after, but I should clarify the margins of error because I already presented that last time, and they didn't present much last time, so they present something now, and after I needed to play strategic already because I wanted to expose them, so because I didn't get.
Expose what, Karen? Expose what?
Through with all my objections last time. So I did after this. I already showed Shiva how he played completely wrong, and showed I also showed the Bislin model. So to have something shown and that it's kinematic.
Kevin. Poor Kevin. Yes. Sorry, I'm have a leaky glass of water. Kevin. Yes, you showed the Beasley model, which is accepting that the Earth is a globe. Sorry, you can't appeal to the Beasley model for anything because that is the globe flattened. Thanks for playing. Like, welcome to the globe.
Equivalent. So I showed something after, yeah, but at least they told about this that it will be happening like this, but only like 2 days before, or maybe 1 day before. So not always less time to prepare for me than for them.
What? Get it? Oh my God, Kevin, are you okay? Do you smell toast?
Alrighty, so that was in more than half of the way, or it was much more at the end, your part?
So after, I think maybe Toon tells something now also about the sun, but then I expose them, and I have 5 minutes to I tried to start with perspective that it's on our side. I show the concentric rays.
I have a question. What did he exactly expose? He said, I exposed them. What did he expose?
Nothing.
Oh. I
No,
heard that. It's like there must be some kind of serious exposure here.
No, because this guy is from the school of like Alan and Shane and Whitsett, that they think that they can science flat Earth. This is what we were talking and watching the other day, right? So these guys think that the science backs them up. So what they do is they try to, for example, when Dan proposed the radio experiment, he was like all how the experiment is a fallacy and this and that, and there are hidden variables and all of these like lame deflections. But he thinks that he disproved whatever he thinks he disproved.
I see.
Yes. It's weird. It's a different kind of weird than we're used to.
Because I showed Shiva, I showed how he's completely different now, because I wanted to expose him, and then it was 10 minutes of confusion. What they do then?
Exposed. Yes, Shiva, you got exposed.
And then I was, but then they allowed me to present the margin of error. Yeah.
Cool. So I'll try to play and see if we can find it.
The equator is
proposing that these will be the reproducible predictions.
Sorry.
I got it there. Oh.
I changed this because I had somebody in this town. So
okay, you're going.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, but basically, if in those locations, obviously there's an input, right? Particular date,
correct.
Time you have, which I think you said was December 21st, right?
Yes, December 21st, 2100 UTC.
Right. So those people in those locations are going to tell you and us where the sun is. If your view that the Earth is round is true, then the sun in all those 3 locations must be those specific altitude and azimuth pairs in those 3 areas.
Yep.
Right, and also in the southern half of the
southern half. Yep. All right. All right. Great. So And so basically, any questions that there's a model that is based on the Earth being a sphere, there are predictions that are made.
Yellow.
Yo, how's it going?
I'm doing awesome. It's Saturday. We're here with Vika. I don't know if you're familiar with Vika, but he's so deliciously wrong about everything. It's fascinating.
I love it when they're deliciously wrong.
Oh boy, yes.
Yes, and also just as a quick announcement, this is my first live stream on the new Linux system, so congratulations.
Oh, that is nice. I hope it doesn't crap out.
It won't. It's not running on Apple.
Okay, fair. Wait, but I get that on computers. But what about phones?
On phones, it's great until you need to, repair it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I had an iPhone X last me like 6-7 years. So
all I'm saying, Max, is you don't need to be a slave to the Timmy. You can break away from the Timmy.
That is fair.
Tim Cook is hiding under your bed. I want you to be aware of that.
And if those predictions are true, then that is evidence that the Earth is round.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, do tell us all about how it's not.
Here's the thing.
Oh yeah, a lot of theories there, a lot of numbers there, right? So what will happen if the number comes? It's a globe.
They want to implement Uruguay. They want to make it about the direction from the sun, where the sun comes from. That was their go-to, saying that it couldn't come flat with the Gleason model, but I am a proponent of Lindsay's model with the reflection, and yeah, it's
with the reflection of what? Where?
Yeah, I was about to ask that question. The reflection of what exactly? Are they talking about the what was it? The toroidal photosynthesis matrix machine, whatever the fuck.
They do like the Taurus, but I don't think they go so hard like with the other Dumbo.
In other words, what I'm basically trying to say is they're making shit up as they go.
Yeah, bro, pretty much, yes.
Yeah, so when they say reflection and you ask the question, what does that mean? It means whatever it needs to mean.
Magic.
Magic,
that is generally the term.
Correct. It's
to go there.
Complete magic. That's it.
I sent you a DM if it's funny. If it's not, Red's fault. I like that. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that is no downside for me.
No downside. Okay. After all we've been through.
Oh. Damn you. You're going to get me demonetized. Hold on.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Fuck, I didn't put the audio. Sorry. 1 second. Why doesn't it share audio by default? That is so annoying. Let's see if we can get away with this without getting nuked. Yeah, enough.
And demonetized.
Yes. No, I think we got it before. Fingers crossed, or ISIS spin will be punished.
Completely possible.
June was in Antarctica on a specific day.
Yeah.
So we can also verify this based off of his measurements that he made at Union Glacier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, I think anyone listening, I did this many years ago. But if you just go on the internet and you say, "Give me the position of the sun," there are various points that, and I propose, Dan, you have maybe the opposing team will say these three people that you're choosing may be friends of yours. but they're independent data points that you get in real time.
You can get as many. They can get all of the flat earthers they want, and the more, the better. It's not a problem. They can get as long as the measurements are done like in good faith. Get as many flat earthers as you want.
Yeah, but that's your problem. That's your problem right there. You just said the problem. In good faith.
Well, I guess you would have to actually like validate them with, I don't know, Google Earth or some other stuff, because they're talking about angles to the sun. No, it shouldn't be that hard.
It shouldn't, but they have a way of fucking up even the basics.
Right. If someone just wants to search online as we're doing this, you'll find those points. There's actually points, I think, all over the world, India, Argentina, that they're actually looking at where the sun's position is. And you know the location of those measuring devices.
But isn't it crazy that there are sites also, and these people are mentioning, like the sun can be literally above some places physically, like in a way, right? How can the sun be 93 million miles away, right? So these people...
Because that is a very stupid question. How can it not?
Yeah. And just to be clear, I measured the distance to the sun. You could just do what I did.
Yeah. We have a Vika flat globe. That's how people so far away can see the sun at the same time, because we're looking out into the distance. Dumbo.
People are giving us the real data, the real information we need, right? About where the sun is during all the year. Where is setting, where is rising, where is noon, everywhere. And you can physically see all around the year on all these sites where exactly the sun is at 90 degrees at the zenith.
At the zenith of who? What? Wait, what? Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm confused. Is he just saying words to say words at this point?
Yes, this is both. They're both like that. They both start going and they say stuff, and it disconnects. Yeah, it's tough.
And where is it gonna be? How is that a 93 million mile away sun is doing that? How is a 93 million mile sun only at a zenith at one place?
What the fuck?
What are you talking about? What do you mean? See, the angle to the sun? Yeah, sure. There is one place that has the sun directly above it, like straight up 90.
Like,
right?
All they have to do is hold a basketball up at a distance and have a flashlight. Like, you could easily figure this shit out. What the fuck are they talking about?
No, Vika is one of the extra special. Yes, his shorts bus took another bus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. If we want the data, there is data about the sun. Where is it? What is doing? Where is rising?
There is data about the sun, and none of it matches a flat Earth.
Not one. Not a single piece of evidence matches the flat Earth.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the angular size of the sun, that doesn't match the flat Earth, like, at all. You could just start there and see the problems right away.
Yeah, that's a good one. The angular size.
In fact, that's one of the first problems.
The sunspots. The sunspots.
The sunspots are another one. I would say the angular size is the first problem that they have to solve, and then the second problem that they have to solve is the sunspots.
Yeah. Icy Spin says is asking for it.
Pac-Man, waka 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 waka.
Thank you.
That will never get old.
Oh my! I love that they think that they can defend something like that. It's
Waka 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 waka.
waka 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 waka. I mean, that's all you would need to do if you ever debate them. It's just like, oh, so the sun teleports from one side to the other. Yeah, like Pac-Man. Yeah,
Like
waka, waka,
Pac-Man,
waka, waka,
because
waka.
that's the only way they could make it work is to basically bring up Pac-Man physics.
I mean, who wouldn't? Or like portal physics?
I mean, let's face it, Pac-Man was awesome, Portal was awesomer, but I just want you all to know the cake is a lie.
Yes.
The longitude and latitude. So we could theoretically do this right now.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, right? You could, if you wanted to do that, Dan, you could plug in your formula, find those locations right now. And then once we get the flat Earth formula, we could do that. So if someone online wants to send those links to us, but there are a number of places all over the globe that you can actually measure the azimuth and the altitude of the sun in real time.
So just as an aside, I touched on this briefly, but it's something I think I just want to reiterate is that you can download a theodolite application app for your phone.
Yep.
And then once you download it and calibrate it and things like that, that is what you can use to measure this.
So this is the app I was saying. One of the first app was called Dioptra. Maybe now you have different ones called, DG, Theodolite, or whatever fancy name that.
DJT, like what? Welcome. Yes, we have the drunk guy from that other show. Hello, Mike. How are you?
Yes, speedy thing goes in, speedy things comes out.
Yes. Did you show Jaron doing Vika? No, that happened on Webcast. So if you want to see it, you can watch it there. It's funny. It's funny as hell.
They might have, but the first app which was doing it was Dioptra, right? And
doesn't matter.
Possibility of really showing you the angle and the straight lines and the horizon and the angle of whatever you are trying to see, right? In reality, that is destroys the globe. But yeah,
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Our model does not result in any contradictions. The flat Earth model, however, results in numerous contradictions, and for some people, that doesn't matter. Dimok.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Yes, indeed.
Let's hear it.
You don't need a theodolite. You don't need a total station. You don't need a sextant, although all those do work. For something as simplistic that anybody can use, you can get a theodolite app on your phone.
Is there an app on your iPhone that tells you?
Yeah. Mike has one, I believe.
Yeah.
I see. Can you
on iPhone, it's called Theodolite. It's about $3. On Android, there's a couple different ones. The one that I used to recommend isn't on the App Store anymore, so I don't know just offhand what Android one is.
Yeah, I can only speak to the iPhone.
Yeah, the one is not available anymore is that one. Yeah, which he's trying to say, which the one Mekton is trying to say is the Dioptra one. Yeah, because if everybody understands that that kind of a simple device or an app can help literally, because it's going to show many things. It's going to show you the real way that you are seeing the sun and the moon and many different.
The real way you're what? What do you mean the real way you're seeing the sun and the moon and that the app is going to show? What the fuck was that, Vika?
So if the app on the phone is quote unquote showing you the real way and we get measurements from these devices and they don't comport with the flat Earth, does that mean that this guy's going to be perfectly okay with throwing the flat Earth into the trash heap where it fucking belongs?
No, the problem is that he thinks that if you do that, then it will show flat Earth measurements.
Yeah, it doesn't do that.
The Lulu, yeah, of course.
It will definitely not do that. Sir, if you're going to use these apps to try and prove the flat earth, I got bad news for you. You are going to be in for the worst possible time.
It's not going to be a fun ride. And
No, it's
Element
fucking awful.
Asked that they refuse to solve problems using their model. That is true, yes. They want to talk about everything except the flat earth itself, but yeah.
Different things from different places. This can really destroy the globe if people really get serious, right? Maybe 20, 30 people around the plane with this app trying to document what the sun, moon, and everything is doing.
Go for it. Can't wait. Just start as soon as possible. Get as many flirts as you can. You can get the list from the Dave Weiss's app.
It's
It's
going to
be great. Yeah.
Can't wait. Let's do it. Do it today. Do it today.
Let's start.
It's gonna destroy the globe.
But do you have a video about this, the globe debunk, or something done already, or you mean it for the future plan?
I was a part of something like this in 2018, right? It was
a long time ago. And what happened there, Vika?
Was a Spanish community, flat earth community, like, you know, so we were trying, and it was showing the angles and different things that it doesn't work on a globe, but yeah, it needs to be done.
All right, apparently I was quiet. Is that better?
You sound perfectly fine to me.
Excellent. All right, just wanted to double check that.
Hello, CK. As I have said before, you're expecting flirts to do work. Thermodynamics does not work that way. Well, I mean, yeah, but they are here just yapping. I don't know.
Done well, right? And documented well, because, yeah. Because this is the thing, when I'm seeing a sun at my noon, so the people in US, for them maybe it's rising, and in the Asia it's already set, right? So like this, and the moon, in which angle it is, from which place, what we are seeing, which part of
the fact that like grown people are baffled by the location in 3D space of three things, like where they are, why does it look like this? That is just amazing. It is just so amazing how they can think like, oh yeah, okay, we're here, the sun set like way over there, the moon is there. Oh, it makes sense that the sun is lighting up the moon.
But are they actually thinking about it though? Are they actually thinking about it, or
no,
do they just blindly accept the bullshit story?
Yeah, probably not.
The moon we are seeing, right? The map of the moon, for example, right? If we are observing it from 3-4 countries, what are we seeing from different? You know, you can put it really, put it on the map and see exactly. So yeah, it needs manpower, right? More than anything, in a way, people really serious to do.
I don't know why, like his nose is whistling for some reason, and that is extremely annoying. But yeah, start, Vika, start, and when you realize halfway through that it's a globe, then we can talk then, I guess.
And make it happen, but it's possible. It's possible.
Okay. So can you put that in your presentation, Mike? But what I'm saying is, independent of these iPhones, there's actually ground-based data feeds.
Yes.
Is there not? I mean,
Yeah, but the idea was to have it done like without institutions, my guy. With a theodolite app, everyone can do that.
If I can find one.
Well, yes. I mean, there's internet ones that you can actually verify this too. If you want to go to like suncalc.org, and things like that. I mean, I can pull these up if you know, if we wanted to, because I can actually use this exact example here and show what our margin of error is based off of SunCalc, which is what like it's one of the ones that the meteorologists do for determining sunrise, sunset, and things like that.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go to. Is there anything else you want to share?
No, I wanted to go to. You said to add this to the thing as far as tools go. So what are we calculating? And I want to add the app this, but yeah, we can.
No, to Vika, this is all new. He thinks that we're still discovering this shit.
I can stop sharing, and then I can go to. We can go to somebody else.
Okay. Bottom line is, you have proposed 3 places on the earth with people that you have, and you have a prediction.
Yep.
Per your hypothesis, and then you're willing to put your butt on the ground on December 21st with your people to measure this. If those numbers are right, you have evidence that the Earth is round.
I mean, I'm willing to go to Uruguay. I mean, I could always go for a trip somewhere.
Shout out to the best country in the world. Thank you, Dan. And yes, you're welcome to Uruguay anytime.
Yeah,
everyone is welcome.
It's good to know that I'm welcome. Although you and your kilometers and your Celsius, ugh.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll cuddle the exact same way.
People don't even speak English here, so you
don't
have to worry about that. But if I were to, be promoted to the Uruguayan Ministry of Tourism, I would say, Uruguay, we have drugs and bitches, and that would be the end of the ad.
So they don't know English all that well, but do they know the language of love?
Yes, that we do know.
Excellent.
We do know that, and the big booties.
We're off to a great start.
That's all you need.
That is all I need.
Oh, so our good friend Alex Stein will have a great time there.
No, no. I was at a meeting of the Big Booty Latinas. They said no.
Oh, they said no?
Yes. And talk about Uruguay. Pablé with 750 Uruguayan pesos. Hello, comrades. And says, Uruguay no más, which is kind of the equivalent of the America. Hell yeah.
No, it's America. Fuck yeah.
Well, okay.
Because America, fuck yeah.
I always say hell yeah.
Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
What does Noma mean? What does Noma mean?
Noma. It's 2 words put together. No más.
No más. Okay.
No más. Yeah.
Entiendo.
More south and warm in the wintertime. I'm all for that.
Yeah. All right. The bottom line is, anyone can do this. Wherever you are, if you can get one of these programs.
Oh my God. Electron element. How about the language of science? Get the fuck out, you nerd. We're talking about drugs and bitches, and you're asking me about science. No. No. Go somewhere else. No, we do have something. That too.
Oh, I have a question. Is that something that would be like a pickup line if you were to meet like a Uruguayan lady? You'd be like, "Let's talk about science." Oh my gosh, I'm just curious.
No, that would fail miserably. that would extremely fail. But that being said, we are quite focused on science. So you might, if you go to a college which is free, you might find the girl that line would work on. The one in the whole universe that would work on. I mean, worth a shot.
And they probably speak English there too, if people who don't speak Spanish here.
Hey baby, would you like to see my Bunsen burner?
Yeah.
It's pretty hot.
I have a Cassegrain telescope, and she's away, like,
wow,
tearing her panties away.
you can maybe Mike, maybe this. We're gonna have a website for this. Maybe we can just put an app there where it just runs it.
Yeah.
You know, right off the internet, the institute's website.
And I'll check the Google Play to see what the Android one is based on of large areas.
Dan is like, yeah, I need to consult with my friend the poor, the one that has an Android phone. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'll stop. That was the last one.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
I swear to God.
Not even fucking close. Always hating on the superior technology. Okay, I see how it is.
No, superior. Yeah. I mean, that's why we homage them with mockery.
Yeah, hey, you want to know what's great? Getting rid of the headphone jack and having a charger that's completely proprietary, because fuck you, that's why.
Because, yes. I mean, that is the... Wait, hold on.
It's the Apple way.
Wait.
I'm having some difficulty with an Indian person.
Oh,
Arthur.
hold on, because we have our production team is working overtime. So some inventions by Uruguay. There's a card game called Bucket. Armed ceramics, I guess, in like molds or so. A check that the payment is deferred. Dinar, I have no idea what that is. The mammograph. The mammograph is a Uruguayan invention. I have no idea that this is some plumbing stuff. I have no idea the words. And water water sanitizing unit mobile. And of course, to give basically to run once around a stadium whenever you win a cup. Thank you, Paule, for that. Let's go, Uruguay. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, so we could put this right up on the website. Anyone can type in their location where they are, and it'll say where the sun is going to be, and then you can measure it by yourself.
Correct. Yes.
All right, fantastic. So let's get a similar or a different, but the same approach by the Flat Earth team. And who's going to present there?
I'm alone. He didn't even have to ask, but
yeah, he knew what Flat Earth team is alone, like you.
Well, there was the other guy. It wasn't anyone else's faults, but him, that he didn't speak throughout the whole thing. He was just there, like.
He was there for emotional support.
Yes, yeah. He's one of those medical flat earthers that you carry around that make you feel good.
Oh, emotional support flurf.
Yes.
You manage the 2 session alone.
yeah, so I will present something, but quickly, and they will cut me off because they didn't like the Walter Bislin map. I didn't have it.
Well, because you're supposed to be defending the flat Earth, and you give us the Walter Bislin thing that is a globe, where the sun is 93 million miles away, and dimensions of the globe, all of that.
Yeah, and wasn't the whole point of the Walter Bislin map to show the stupidity of flat Earth?
I'm sorry. I got distracted with this. Are you trying to tell me that Uruguay is more interested in examining breasts? Yes. I mean... We
As
built
they
a
should. As they
machine
should.
for- You're welcome, every woman ever.
Listen, I don't know if people understand this, but let me just get this out there. Boobs are awesome.
They are. They keep humanity going.
Exactly.
Uh,
But anyway, going back to the Walter Bislin thing,
yes,
wasn't the
sorry.
whole point of the Walter Bislin model thing, the little animation thing that you could play with, wasn't the whole point of that to show the stupidity of flat Earth?
Right, because it doesn't actually work. That was the idea of
Yeah, that was the
showing
point of the whole thing. So the fact that they would bring this shit up as if it backs them up in any way, shape, or form is just fucking stupid. Why the fuck would you do that to yourself?
The problem is that you have people like Shane telling the flirs. You know, there is a slight feedback. I hear myself on your mic.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No problem. People like Shane, they sell them on the fact that the model is actually, first of all, his, and that it supports the flat Earth. You need to get. I'm trying to pull up the link. If you give me just 1 second, some very interesting, weird stuff happens when you take a look at that model. Never mind. I have Shane's link. Not Walter Bislin, but it actually reinforces the point that I'm going to make. Like, for example, we have the here, like the flat Earth. This is all based on the globe, first of all, right? But if you do stuff like that, for example, and oh shoot, what's going on there here? Oh, we need 180 degrees refraction. Can you see it well there? Right, if you were looking, you're looking at the moon and it's supposed to be there, but in reality it's actually come on, in reality it's actually like way up there. So we have this loop-de-loop, and somehow they can claim that this shit works.
No, I mean, they're going to claim that it works. They're just going to be completely wrong while doing so.
Yes, yeah, of course. But they do. That's why they refer to that. But what Kevin doesn't even understand is that if you mention the Walter Bisley model, that's it. You're cooked, because that is the globe. There's no denying that. You can go to the source code on Walter's website. The source code is published there.
That exact, and I wanted to object after, and they didn't let me. But you can play a little bit, yeah.
I think we need to unmute.
Yes,
Kevin
yes, I'm here. Now it's fine, yeah.
All right, so go ahead, Kevin. Do you need to share your screen?
Of course, yeah.
Prabhakar, does he have sharing rights? Okay.
Is it big screen now?
Yeah, I see it blank. Oh, now I see it. Go ahead.
Okay, so in order to present...
He shares his screen, and the first thing that we see is just like shame, the blob, like there, like and yes, it's model. It's probably French or something.
Math for a flat Earth sun. I could go to Bislin's model. Notice the conditional tense that I could do it. The sun is rising and setting their perspective on the azimuthal grid of vision. We could go, again, the conditional tense, to the source code and extract the formulas from there and show.
Kevin, check a little variable there that is distance to the sun, and let us know what you find there. All righty, okay. I will let you continue on derping. Thank you.
The coordinate system transfers, and we couldn't agree on who was first, because you said I couldn't use your formulas, your distances, and you would say you couldn't use mine. But some first things that goes against this model, and I will continue with the values. We don't expect the sun to behave as solid object.
Why? What? Why? Who? What? No.
I have a question.
It be? Yes.
How would these formulas of distance prove that the Earth is flat? I'm just curious. What formula is going to do that?
Well,
there isn't
A squared
one.
plus b squared equals c squared. Is that going to prove that the Earth is flat?
No. In reality, what we have to determine the distance across the surface of the sphere is the Haber-Sign formula, right? But they don't have anything. They don't have. What they do is they just use the Haber-Sign formula and then flatten it out and say, oh, yeah, you see, it's flat miles.
Yeah, they basically they'll brute force it to work, and there's really no rhyme or reason behind it. Or they're just gonna have a stupid ass AI model come up with some bullshit for them, because thinking is hard. Being creative is hard. Just do just take the Shane approach to everything, and you'll be just fine.
Yes, just ask ChatGPT or Flat GPT as they have.
Yep,
Eric
Flat
Burns
GPT.
says, as an astronomy teacher, I laugh every time I hear this dumb shit like the sun isn't a real object and shit like that. Yeah, it is one of my favorites. It is like one of my absolute favorites. I mean, all you have to do is pull up. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me go here.
Where are the formulas? They're talking about it, but I don't see the formulas on their presentation.
Oh, they don't know the formulas. Kevin doesn't know. Kevin is here because no one else would. All of the other ones got basically kicked out, got themselves kicked out. Found what I was looking for. Our friend here, for example, Xpin, did observation archive. They did a time lapse of the sun throughout the day, and ICSpin did a quick Python script to do the circle, and basically keeps going.
Yeah, to keep it to have the measurement on the screen throughout the day.
Throughout the day, exactly.
It was awesome.
Pretty great. And it fluctuates for like 1 pixel, which, I mean, it's nothing. For the rest is always perfect.
No, we have to remember what the flat Earth predicts. The flat Earth predicts that there should be a factor of 2 change. It should double in size. It doesn't fucking do that. And so I'm here wondering, flat earthers, where's the doubling?
Yeah. It doesn't look like it disappears into a point, does it? Gee, I wonder.
We don't assume the dynamic mechanism. So we don't know the dynamic mechanism. It could be magnetism involved. And we don't assume the position of...
No, it can't be. It can't be magnetism involved. You know why? These glasses, they're plastic. So they're not, they don't get attracted to magnets. And we did the math when Witty was going around doing the gravity's electrostatics, bro, kind of a thing, we did the math and substituted gravity for electrostatics, and it would take a 1 cubic meter of lead 400 years to fall a kilometer. If gravity was electrostatic, it's nowhere near enough power, baby, to move that ass.
There's not enough power for that shit. Also, quick question: how's the audio now? Is there still echo coming in?
No.
Excellent.
No, it's
all right.
perfect.
It's perfect audio. Excellent. I'll keep it just like this.
You got it.
Of the actual sun, it could be more. We don't know where it is exactly. We only have the.
We don't know where it is exactly. Kevin, listen to me. You grab your phone. Call your buddy or your wife or whoever. You just go out in the street with someone and you tell them like, hey, where's the sun? There. That's it.
That's it. It's literally that simple.
It's as simple as that. It's so easy. So easy.
Oh,
You can have a notary public. You can have that overseen by a judge. But you just go out in the street while there's the daylight, and you say, "Where's the sun?" There. Got it.
Basically, what you're telling them to do is get an adult to help.
Yes.
Get an adult to help you guys. You'll be fine.
We don't know where the sun is. It's literally as asking someone where it is, and that's it.
The visible sun. So it could be a parabolic reflecting sun somewhere involved, or as I said, magnetism play a role.
the visible sun, a parabolic reflected sun, and magnetism. Yes. Dan says Kevin doesn't even have to open his eyes.
Oh yeah, Kevin. People are asking in the chat.
That might be great. Yes. Get someone who is not filled with negative energy to help. Yes, someone who potentially touches grass. Wait, are you bad mouthing my best friend Witsit? Has Witsit ever had an original idea? He seems to repeat what he read or others say or heard others say. Well, my friend says stuff like this.
I think that air itself is not what people think it is, right?
The fuck?
Yeah, Witsit, what is it?
You have a gradient of tenuity.
Well, I have a question. Didn't Witsit create these ideas from all this stuff? Isn't he the one who's the originator?
No, I can assure you that Witsit has never had an original thought.
So then my question is, who is like kind of the grandmaster of all of these ideas? Like the neo-Tychoidal model, the electrostatics, who created these ideas for flat Earth? Who made these arguments?
So I can tell you where one of the ideas came from. The Walter Bislin thing, that was actually inspired by an idea came up by I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. It was an idea shat out by Jeranism. Jeranism came up with the personal atmospheric dome bullshit, and then the rest of the narrative surrounding it came from other flat earthers that decided to sprinkle their own stupidity over that original idea. But the original seed of that stupid idea came from Jeranism. So that's one example. Another example, which was the
electric universe nonsense, that is also.
Yeah, another individual that came up with like saying that the atmosphere was a Fresnel lens is Mark Sargent, and Mark Sargent's supposed maybe kind of sort of, I'm not sure, girlfriend, whoever the fuck she is. Patricia Steer.
Patricia Steer. She's not a flirt anymore.
Yeah, she's not a flirt anymore. Wait, she's not a flirt anymore? Okay, anyway.
She's not a flirt anymore, yes.
Well, good for her. I'm proud of her for acknowledging reality finally after all this time. But those two came up with the idea that the atmosphere was a Fresnel lens or some shit like that, and that's how they explained away sunsets. So all you have to do is combine all these stupid ideas together, and you can basically form a Frankenstein of whatever the fuck you want it to be to explain away actual reality.
Right. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a debate with Man of Stone. Yes.
But did these people use like peer-reviewed articles like Witsit did?
No.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like this is kind of a Witsit construction, like where he's using these peer-reviewed articles from like the 1800s and the 1600s to.
Yeah, but the problem is that Witsit does that, but every time you investigate them, he's either lying about it or he's latching on to a sentence of a paper when the rest of the paper actually debunks.
I'm totally fine with that. I'm just saying I think he is the kind of the innovator of these types of ideas.
Nah.
I don't think
I would strongly disagree with that, because what he has an idea that was already implanted into his head, not by his own creation. And what he's doing is he's looking for articles or scientific posts or whatever that backs up what he already wants to say. That's all he's doing. He's reverse engineering the articles to fit a narrative that he's had this entire time. Science is bad, Earth is flat, fucking ether, cosmology, whatever the fuck. And spew it out at Mount Rushmore until you get arrested and make a YouTube video about it.
Wait, I'm sorry. What is that?
Your model claims, based on the geometry of the shape of the Earth, that there's a physical, tangible, literal geometric horizon in which the land drops off and down and away from you. Is this correct?
Yes, that is correct. Thank you,
Yes, spheres are doing sphere things.
Yeah.
So the point that I was trying to bring up, because when I was researching this stuff to play a flat earther, I started to look into these scholars that are from a long time ago. But I listened to a lot of these people. They're not actually using the same rhetoric. They're using a different rhetoric than he uses. His rhetoric actually sounds, I'm not saying it is scientific, it sounds scientific, right? These other people are just like saying, well, formula, experiment. I've been listening for a long time to this stuff. This isn't something that I really care about much, but when I'm listening to it, I'm like, it doesn't sound substantive at all. There's not anything to look up. It's just saying, here's a photograph. I'm going to look at miles. There's not anything of curiosity that I've heard from any of these people. Only Witsit was the only person so far that I've listened to where I'm like, oh, I have to look this up. There's words here. I have to see what's going on here. I haven't heard anything from any of these people of interest so far.
That's interesting, because when I listen to Witsit, I can only think, wow, this is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. Witsit's entire thing is sound smart by any means necessary. Nice. So and so a great example of this is that you are guaranteed, if you have a debate against him, you are guaranteed to be accused of committing every single fallacy under the sun. There won't be a single fallacy that you will not commit against him, and he will call you out for it. Now, you may say to yourself, but I didn't commit any fallacies. Oh, well, not according to Witsit. According to Witsit, you will be guilty of every single fallacy every single time. And why does he do that? The reason why he does that is because it makes him sound smart. It makes him sound like he's on his game and blah, blah, fucking blah. His entire thing is, this is how I sound smart, and this is what gives me this veneer of authority. It's all an act. And so if you just peel back the banana peel, you just peel that shit back, you realize that there's not a delicious edible core. You see that's actually a giant turd, like Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo from South Park.
I'm just saying, from my kind of going into this type of space and looking at these things, there's some. It sounds like he is constructed like I agree with your position that you said. Yes, he has a certain belief system of why he wants to prove flat Earth, but I think his approach is unique, and I think I've demonstrated it because he doesn't have the same approach as any of these people. He has his own approach. And you're right. He looked up these peer-reviewed articles, but he constructed a narrative. He created his own flat Earth movie, right? All these other people have their own flat Earth movies, but he's created his own unique narrative and his own unique story.
Not completely though. Not completely.
So I asked a question. I asked a question earlier. I said, where did he get these ideas? Who taught him these ideas? That's why I asked earlier. Who is the grand master of these ideas?
The question is malformed, and the reason is because there is no grand master. All of them came up with little bits and pieces of bullshit, and it's up to the individual flat earther to string them together in random ways. Because here's the thing, Whitsitt will even basically acknowledge that he's not smart enough to come up with this shit. That's why he went to Nathan Oakley and said, "Nathan Oakley, I don't know how to explain away the 24-hour sun, so I was hoping you could help me come up with a bullshit story to explain away the 24-hour sun so I can still be a flat earther. Please, I'll be your best friend." That's what he did. He did that on a fucking live stream, and it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. So
we watched that.
Yeah, it's like.
Did Nathan Oakley create these other narratives? Did he create the kind of archetypal narrative of this other part of the story?
He probably created some things. And like, for example, he came up with a gotcha question. Which was what is your independent variable? He came up with that. So he came up with debate tactics, maybe. I can point to a few examples of that. But as far as the individual elements, I think they come from everywhere. So you can point to a few flat earthers and point out specifically what they came up with. Like for Jeranism, it was the personal atmospheric dome. For Mark Sargent and Patricia Steer, it was the Fresnel lens sun effect that explained perspective. Those are two separate elements from two separate individuals, but they're used interchangeably by all kinds of different flat earthers. There is no one genius that came up with these things. It's just a bunch of dipshits coming up with dipshit explanations, and they pick whichever one they think will stick that particular day. That's basically as deep as it gets.
Yeah. Here we have, for example, Whitsitt doing the fallacy machine gun defense.
Austin, if you want to respond.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, we're sharing screen the whole time. Look, dude, that was really fallacious, okay, in many ways. Obviously, you just continually avoid the actual point. So you're using red herrings. You're using stereotype fallacies, hasty generalization fallacies, poisoning the well fallacies, reification fallacies, over and over and over. And just to say, oh, you think you're smarter than everyone else, or so you're basically appealing to majority, appealing to authority, or using a credentials fallacy and a genetic fallacy. That was the most fallacious conglomerate of nonsense I've heard in a long time. Respectfully,
Respectfully, yes, respectfully with it.
Yeah, respectfully. And just to be completely clear, Whitsitt was 100% wrong with everything he just said there. But that's not going to stop him from accusing you of committing every fallacy ever. That's just what he does.
While he's actually the one doing those fallacies, those same fallacies. It's
he's
amazing.
doing those exact same fallacies. So you can be super careful and to make sure that you did not commit a single fallacy, but he will still accuse you of those fallacies because it's his way of avoiding the evidence that you brought to the table.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to clarify because you're using wizardry.
I'm using wizardry. Okay, Whitsitt. Thank you. Mr. Evan said, I love this debate. Yes, hold on, but not that one. Who was it? This one, sorry. Whitsitt will use anything he can pick up from someone else. Yes, there is also a feedback loop into one comes up with sort of a stumping question, and some other will pick it up and change it a little bit. So it also goes in cycles. So there's a lot to unpack.
It's a game of stupid telephone. So like Witsit will hear
Yes.
something, but he will forget how it was originally said and like come up with his own variant just because he doesn't remember how it originally went. And that basically allows a branch off effect to happen where now you have two pieces of bullshit where originally you just had one piece of bullshit you had to deal with.
Yep. Sunflower, no one hates you. Calm down. You were on stage yesterday for the after show.
Chat, do you have a channel, YouTube channel? Write something in the chat or share your channel.
Exactly the name of how it you see my name here. That you type this.
So are you in the YouTube chat? No.
No, but you see, no, where is it? Can I write here
Yeah,
now?
Kevin.
Kevin Samuel and then BO. Yeah.
Okay, I'll write it in the chat.
Thanks.
For body odor.
Yeah, I also talked about their model. I think they didn't even get it. I said what's wrong with everything about the sun, that we don't have variables. But I will be able to say something more. And yeah, we can play it.
As we see in the torus field.
Oh, the torus field.
So our hypothesis is that our vision isn't Euclidic, but visually curved. So,
oh, for fuck's sake. This is from Gleam. This is something, something that we do know where it came from. There's this dude, Gleam, that gives flat earthers, I don't know, it does seem like he gives them bad arguments on purpose, because this whole curved visual space is about a paper that talks about human perception and how there's a difference in where you see how much distortion it is. Toon has a great explanation of that paper, and it's probably on his website too. But they're basically grabbing a quote from a paper that doesn't really actually support their position, because that's what they do. It's about misquoting stuff to get the desired result.
lights in the sky doesn't rise or set via Earth curve, but by perspective.
Oh my God.
It could be one reason. And that we see not only the sun rising or setting or alleged objects, or let's rather say lights in the sky rise and set, but we see rays above us rising and setting, indicates to this factor, to this hypothesis. Because it's not only a light in the sky, but the whole sky. Papers which suggest this is the direct measurement of
just so we're all refreshed. Kevin is trying debate strategies when he's supposed to be showing his flat Earth model and how it can be, how he can support it with an experiment. That's what he's supposed to be doing.
Curvature of visual space, for example. So it is deeply in question whether we see in Euclidean space all the assumptions that you have to make for your angles, and that you assume the globe only. You would need to see straight, but you see down here.
Dumbass. If we had a curved visual space, you wouldn't be able to see straight lines. And I'm looking at a bunch of them in the edge of my computer, the edge of my TV, and so on. Even as an argument, it fails. It's so bad. Like, we see in curved visual space, bro. That's why the Earth, it looks curved. What about the times when you don't see curve? Can you imagine looking at a copybook and having all the lines be...
Here It's certainly not Euclidean. It's at best, it's
yeah. So one
it's
second.
a question, but wait, one question. One thing I let you
No,
do
one
your
second.
whole
Kevin?
presentation.
Kevin.
I will present the formula. I presented one formula. I don't know why it's already starting like this, that he could speak.
No. I just wanted to make sure that the goal is, this is not a debate. It's not the globe Earth people are not saying anything about flat Earth. You're starting off by talking about the globe Earth model being invalid. The goal was, please present your assumptions about flat and then derive your model.
Dude, what the hell is wrong with him, dude? Right? If he's giving his
No, what the hell is wrong with you, Vika? Those were the rules. I know that you guys don't like rules and
Yeah, remember the last person that tried to pull that shit? I even asked them, so you don't want to adopt any burden for your bullshit? And it seems like whenever they're called to task and they're like, okay, show me your model, show evidence for your model, they cry and bitch and moan all the way through the debate. They don't actually just get to the point where they're like, okay, here's my evidence for my model. It says a lot, honestly. It basically tells me that you don't have evidence for your model. Otherwise, you wouldn't complain about presenting it.
No, I mean, Dan was showing his predictions and he didn't talk about flat once. So, but it's funny that they don't understand. They're reviewing the video after the thing happens and they still don't get the point. That is just lovely. How can someone be that disconnected?
He's giving the point of the contra argument of the globe experiment. That's what it's all about, right? Taking out what is the problem and what is our understanding or our points, right? This is what it's all about, right?
When they were
No, not right. You were wrong every single time, Vika. Good job. Good job.
Objecting when they were saying something against my point, it was always good with their wrong margin of error. But when I say something, it's
it
not
was
a debate.
science.
Then. Now it's not a debate.
Yeah, this is the thing. All these things you can see clearly. They think that they are so smart that the people cannot see the manipulation that they are doing.
That they cannot see that the manipulation that they are doing.
What manipulation? That's an accusation right there. They're basically accusing us of faking our data, faking our observations. That is an accusation right there. So they need to tell me, where are we fudging the numbers? Where are we faking our observations? Because, you know, I can only speak for myself here, but I go out of my way to show my fucking work.
Yeah, but Vika is of the camp, the whole all TFE was all fake. They didn't, everything that they don't like is fake.
I see. So they don't have any evidence that any manipulation took place. They're just assuming it took place because what we showed debunks their bullshit. Okay.
Yeah. No, they tried and they went through all of the videos of the final experiment, but some of the objections that they brought up, it's just laughable.
The comments were already waking up. I saw even from his followers, he said it was not right what he did there. So it was at least something happening there.
Model.
Look at the hypothesis here.
Yeah. So what are your assumptions?
It's a flat ground and visual curved. So for the kinematic.
So what is your representation?
For the kinematics, it's for the perspective sun. This model is pretty accurate for only the kinematic part.
Can you just hold it
but-
there? Can you just hold it there? So you're saying the Earth is a round, flat dish. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't assume the ground. And let me please speak. Make my,
Yeah, I just want to know what your
I didn't
assumption is.
interject. I didn't interject at all. You have to interject me already as
Right,
I
because
could
you were
let you
going
speak
off
20
attacking-
minutes. I didn't attack. I showed this torus a field where the sun could.
Nice. I like that.
and Nick is like, yeah, nice. I like that. The Taurus field nonsense. Oh my god. The only reason why the Earth has a Taurus field is because it's a globe. Why would this translate to a flat plane? Makes absolutely no sense. With the South Magnetic Pole and all. I don't know why they see this as a viable thing. This is quite baffling.
Samuel, Kevin, I like that you trying to shut him up. Nice.
Yeah, maybe some people went there.
What?
Yeah, I hope some people at least saw this and went there.
Oh yeah, because he was really acting like a piece of shit.
Yeah, you convinced a lot of people. You brought them into the gospel of flat Earth, Kevin. Yes, many of them, armies, scores of people.
So,
It's
Yeah,
not
it gets weird.
helping when you cannot make let me read my points of the variables. So you said that we can bring 10 people. Our best, the top 10. You said here, top 10 people we can bring.
Now I
So
saw that
you
I
know
need
that
to
I'm
go
not
back.
the best.
What?
And now I saw that it makes no sense, and I need to expose him because it makes no sense with the
Exactly.
trend.
There is no fucking science happening there. So, yeah.
Yeah, there was no science yet because no flat earther can commit to taking a position on what would disprove flat Earth, as per usual.
For sure.
Guy, for this there are a lot of this, and you said we have to agree to one experiment, and I just want to share where you said this.
Okay, wait a second. What the fuck are you doing right now?
I will we have to agree to one experiment.
Oh yeah, he just realized what you're doing.
Yes.
Kevin, this is not good for you. This is you shouldn't be laughing. You should be embarrassed that instead of presenting an experiment, you had to go about, oh, you said this, you said that. If you had an experiment, you could just present that and shut the fuck up, and you would be done. But you can't. It can't be done. I need to go to the toilet. I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
he just realized that. Like, fuck the experiment.
And that's where
No, stop. Please mute him because he's fucking around. Dave was given that opportunity back in early June, and he never followed up on it. He was supposed to spend time with my assistant. That nullified it. Now you're going back to try to attack my credibility, Kevin, and your people, Dave's people.
I love it. Oh fuck! I didn't see this part, dude. I'm fucking enjoying it because when I caught it, it was more than half already. So that's awesome.
And you saw he need to put up another lie. He said, like, we were having the opportunity in June, but we already provided in May. We already provided. He lied again.
Oh yeah, that's nice. This is crazy. Yeah, this is good shit.
People never followed through. In fact, Dave was invited and he never followed through. Now follow with the agenda. What is your assumptions? What is your assumptions about Slack? And show us your model. Okay? Are you going to do that? That's the agenda. Your boy Dave never followed through.
But
I can tell you exactly why he didn't follow through.
Yeah, because he chickened out.
He was a little bitch.
Yeah. Hold on. Where I have that clip somewhere. Hold on 1 second. I mean, Dave is very experienced in running away. Just so you know. Crypto. Where the fuck is that? Crypto Cafe. There we go. I got it. Getting the link now. Boom, boom, boom.
We have a guy that went to debunk Flat Earth Dive about the round, the Flat Earth. Do you guys want him to join?
I'm not interested in talking to any of these trolls. I never talk to them. They're a waste. They're a waste of energy. You can talk to them all you want. You should talk to them. You go ahead, have them on.
I would like to see somebody.
You should watch. There's hundreds of debates with really good flat earthers talking to these guys, and the arguments say,
who is a good flat earther? I don't know any. They all suck.
Yeah, they do not exist. And I have spoken to Dearth on a few occasions, and every single time I showed up, he tucked his tail and fucked right off. The dude is straight up terrified of me. He will piss himself if I were to come into the same chat room as him.
Oh, yeah.
Just goes nowhere. We've been doing it for years, and we're literally, it's not worth talking to them. Now, they can say the same to us. Feel free to talk to anyone that you want. It's a free world. I choose not to talk to satanic trolls.
Oh,
I don't.
Dirt, you have so loving words for me, for little
satanic
old me.
Trolls, right?
Yeah,
us satanic trolls with all that, pesky evidence on our side. Yeah, I can see why you wouldn't want to talk to us while you continuously spew demonstrably incorrect bullshit, you fucking liar.
And then, I came along, and then we got MC Tune after a little while. It was fun. And then now I have the clip of Dave running away from me.
Go ahead, Kevin.
No, you can let it. I just wanted to fill in because I showed the model. He didn't like it or something. Yeah, but I will show something from Shane about optics. But then I get cut off after some seconds. Yeah.
Are you going to show?
Fucking Shane, Jesus.
If you're not,
Red, this guy, Kevin, he said that Alan was a math genius.
Yeah, if you want to see evidence on why that's complete horseshit, you can just watch the debate between Alan and Astronomy Live. Astronomy Live actually gave him a math question, and it was multiple choice, and he fucking got it wrong.
Oh my.
So if he's supposed to be a math genius, oh boy, we are so fucked as a species.
Kevin really said that Alan is a math genius.
Yeah, no. Alan is no math genius, not even fucking close. There is no chance in hell of him understanding any advanced mathematics whatsoever, and I will bet money on that.
Oh yeah, on a debate with I don't remember. I think it was Globey McGlopeface and Peter Markley. Alan had the hypotenuse as 60 degrees in length, and he used it
60 degrees in length. Okay.
Yes. Oh my! It was. I think I don't. I have that screenshot. I don't know where, but yeah,
We can end this
hilarious.
discussion with you because you're bullshitting.
They're
Once
bullshitting.
again.
My question is, why would you want to embarrass yourself?
Are you going to show?
It's kind of tragic that you're like, I'm going to try to talk about something I really don't know anything about, and then I'm going to embarrass myself on the internet for people to see forever and ever.
They have no self-awareness.
It seems to be a thing with flat earthers, though, that they all seem to have a humiliation fetish.
That could be also, or they're just too confident.
Yeah, so the confidence is misplaced, but they may still have it. They don't deserve to have that much confidence, but you know.
Compared to the average Flurf, he is a math genius. You're just ignoring how low Flurfs set the bar.
So the question is, how do they know math? How
They
are
don't.
they trained in this? Well, what is their claim for it? I'm interested in what their argument is for why they believe they know this.
Okay, let me explain to you this way. So Alan and Shane made this bullshit AI with a few prompts, and one of the prompts is, you are pretending to be a flat earther, you can never concede the point, blah, blah, blah. And essentially, you can ask this AI to come up with bullshit equations that sound like they're okay, that they sound like they might actually lead somewhere. In reality, it's all nonsense. But because it's, because it's surrounded by all this official sounding jargon, they give off the impression that they know what they're talking about. But in reality, the AI came up with it originally. They didn't fact check any of it, which is how you get bullshit like fucking 60 degrees as the length of a hypotenuse. So like anyone who knows, like let's put it this way, elementary school, 6th grade, 5th grade, somewhere around there, when you're dealing with fucking triangles, would have been able to see this shit and been like, hey, that's kind of wrong. So the fact is that what they did is that they're pushing the AI to its absolute breaking point. They're basically testing the AI on its capability to come up with bullshit and make it sound convincing. Then what they do is they take that, they regurgitate it, and it gives them the impression as if they know what the fuck they're talking about, when in reality, they literally said the distance to the star is 60 fucking degrees.
Yep.
That's like me saying, hey, the length of my table is 60 Celsius.
Yeah, it's weird, Isa, that someone would try that because it's a futile thing from the start. Like
Yeah.
you're doomed. You're doomed to never be able to succeed.
So
but they don't know that. That is why it makes it so funny.
So are they actually a math genius? I understand that flat earthers have set the bar so low. I would go so far as to say Alan is probably lower than the lowest bar set by a flat earther. And the reason why I say that is because he does not come up with any of his own numbers. He doesn't come up with any of his own formulas. He doesn't come up with any of his own answers. A bullshit AI does the thinking for him. He just assumes that it's okay and runs with it. He doesn't do any math whatsoever. He doesn't know what those numbers mean on the screen. He's literally just regurgitating what the AI gave him.
Sunflower.
So my question would be, how would you
Are
be able to counter these arguments? Like, if someone comes and says, "Hey, I don't agree with your premise," and I deconstruct this, because let's say a triangle has 180 degrees, and if you're using a right angle triangle, then it has to be 90 degrees. I could talk about the tangent or the cosine or whatever of the degrees that are presented. To counter the position, what would be kind of a rebuttal response? Like, if you actually challenge the model, do they just, like during the debate, do they just go to the AI and ask the AI to answer the question? Or
correct? Yeah. Yes, they will actively type. Here's the thing: they will refuse to do a debate if you make one of the rules you need to show your screen the entire time. They will refuse that. They will refuse the debate. And there's a reason for that. It's because they're actively typing into their bullshit AI system to essentially come up with an answer for them. Remember, they do not do their own thinking. They don't come up with their own numbers. They don't come up with their own math because they're, to answer your question, how would I rebut it? By simply saying 60 degrees is not a length. Like that's super easy to rebut, but then they'll just go to the Chat GPT and be like, how do I counter this incredible own that was just bestowed upon me? How do I refuse the massive L that I'm about to take? Right up the ass, sideways, with no lube.
Or, I mean, Isa, if they actually commit to the position, you just go do the math of whatever they're talking about, and they will be wrong. Like, for example, when Witzig claims electrostatics as gravity, you just do the math on that, and it will be wrong 100% of the time. It's not.
Yeah, and keep in mind that
position.
And keep in mind that if you really want to rebut them, or if you really want to, how do I say, make them very uncomfortable, make one of the rules that they have to share their screen. And it can't be just a screen share. Take their webcam. I don't care about seeing their face. I don't care about it. Point that webcam at the computer screen and fucking leave it there for the entirety of the debate and watch them run away like little shits.
Or when you're preparing, I have a more accessible strategy. When you're preparing to ask them an important question, just go like, okay, close your eyes, hold up your hands. Answer the question now.
Yep, exactly. And you will see them stumble over their own words. They won't be able to make any coherent sense whatsoever. When you look at Dearth or Oakley or Jeranism or the other fuckheads that were out there, they can at least string a sentence together and make it somewhat coherent. Yeah. Alan and Shane, they do not have that capability. AI literally does all the thinking for them. So if you're going to debate Alan or Shane, you're not debating them. You're debating their bullshit AI that has been told to never concede.
They are both. They both have a distinct lack of magnetism when speaking. They're not engaging at all. It's like they start speaking, and I already want them to shut the fuck up. They're so funny.
What's your model? Can you unmute it?
I'm muted already.
Can you unmute it, Prabhakar?
Yeah, I asked him to unmute.
I was
if you're going to
speaking
talk about
already.
Dave, then I will take the position.
Yeah, you were speaking for a minute or two, right? But they had you muted
already.
Yeah.
That's not a flex. Continuing to speak while after you're muted, that's very dumb of you. My God.
I will expose Dave for what the fuck he is. You're supposed to present your assumptions about flat Earth
your model
and derive the fucking mathematical model.
Yeah.
You have the model, yes or no?
Not that hard.
Show the fucking model.
Unmute yourself, Kevin, and you can share your model.
I'm not going to let you derail this because that's a deception. And that's what you guys have been doing. Well, then do the fucking work. Show the model.
I didn't know that I was muted already.
That's
Show
what
your
I
model.
said. Yeah.
Myself. Now I can finally speak again.
Show your assumptions in the model. Show your assumptions in the model.
So I'm not allowed to speak anything against your.
No, because you're
proposal,
lying,
or what?
and that's a different discussion.
I'm not lying.
This is what you guys. This is what the fuck you do.
Oh, I love it.
Never. They can't follow any kind of like simple instruction because that's an appeal to authority, bro. Kevin, it's very easy. You are supposed to bring your model for flat Earth and what you plan on doing to proving it and your math and all of that stuff. Whatever you think about the globe is irrelevant.
I just want to answer the question directly. One, do you have a model that you are willing to defend? That's it. Do you have a model that you're willing to defend? And in
Right.
order to defend it, you have to bring evidence for the fucking thing.
But you're thinking of this evidence, you're thinking of that in the framing of a debate. This is like, okay, how do we test for whatever it is? Like, okay, would you want to do something like the lasers through the holes, like Jaren did, or some other type of? How do we check? Not in the framing of a debate. Like, okay, who has evidence for their position? This is to check. But they were all getting, like, even with it when he spoke about, oh yeah, I'm excited to go there. He was like, yeah, he was thinking this was a debate and not what it actually was. They all got it wrong.
Would this
from the
guy be
start.
willing to come on to this stream and have a lovely conversation?
Kevin, I can hold on. Kevin,
Because I'm more than happy to let him continue to go on and on and on, and then at the very end of it going, okay, so is this the part where you bring up evidence for the flat earth?
We can ask him. Hold on. Of course, he doesn't have his email on the channel because why? I'll reach out to him.
All right. And then we can totally set that up. I'll be more than happy to have a conversation with that guy.
Sure. If he wants to have a debate and try all of those lame strategies, then
Bring
sure,
all the lame strategies. I am
Bring
so
it
here
all.
for it. Bring it the fuck on.
He freaking gets triggered. Like, this is the thing. Like, again, if the main reason you're here to give contra arguments with what is the problem with each other's experiment, right?
No, that's what you want to do, but it's not what Shiva cited you to do. If I invite you, if I say, hey, Vika, Reds, we're playing a nice hockey game, right? And you don't bring your skates, like, what are we doing? Is that you go like, oh, I thought we were playing football. Well, no, I said ice hockey.
I'm sorry, instructions unclear. So you told me to that we were going to play hockey, but what I heard was we were going to spend the evening naked in a hot tub together.
I mean, that Brazilian, what you call it? Never mind.
I'm just saying all those.
That swimsuit, that Brazilian swimsuit, is a little bit much, Red, especially for the ice. Yes, you might end up in the hospital. Sunflower, like, what's happening? Why are people battling each other? This is like, calm down, everyone, relax.
When in the first part, he was already like, yeah, you need to get margin of error, this, that, we are doing science. And now what? It's an attacking. It's not a debate. Yeah. And now, like, you're calling it out. Yeah, that is what is science about, right? That's what is supposed to go in a peer review. You're going to do a peer review of this, Dr. Shiva?
He's saying peer review. But none of this, of course, if we manage to actually do the experiment, Dumbo, they're not going to peer review a YouTube live stream, Vika. Vika loves to be wrong about everything. It seems on purpose. No one can be in that wrong that much just by chance.
Yeah, and also, just to be clear, this wasn't a debate. This is more of an invitation to present evidence for your model, not necessarily to go toe-to-toe against the other side, right?
Right. It wasn't about arguing. It was about, like, okay, I think the Earth is flat. This is my starting point. This is how I would check. And then, okay, let's go do that.
Yeah,
and
I
see
can
what
make a
happens.
I can make a presentation on how we can prove the shape of the Earth to be a globe and not mention the flat Earth once.
Right.
It will not come up once in that presentation. Can these motherfuckers do the same?
No, that's a problem. That's why they're crying, and that's why they had like over 24 hours. They've been reviewing this series. They've had 7 live streams, upwards of 24 hours in total.
So it's a cope fest.
But festival, like 1 week of folk festival, kind of a cope fest.
Okay, so it's that level of cope. Okay, well,
Yes.
instead of engaging in such a thing, they could just come here and have a conversation with me about it. I'll be more than happy to listen to all of their problems. We can whisper sweet nothings into their ear and tell them that it's okay. we can kiss the boo-boos all better.
That sounds nice. You can say, do the sana colita de rana si no sana hoy será mañana. That is a Latino healing spell that parents tell their children. Yeah.
As long as it requires strawberry scented lube, I'm all in.
No. Why strawberry? That's
Why not strawberry?
You being an a-hole.
No.
Oh, that should be the peer review out of all this clown show that you tried to put on.
What?
You will enjoy my summary. I put like Indish metal music when he gets angry. Is a lot of times he gets angry.
I'm healed. Okay. I'm glad. Yay.
Congratulations.
I hope we contributed that is like you laughed and then like all of a sudden like, yeah, no longer paralyzed. I mean, that's a dream. Sorry.
Brilliant casting here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna check it out. Yeah, if you find the link, you can put in the chat. So the people already have your channel in the chat here, Kevin. So it's good.
Cool. You deceive. Show the fucking model.
I speak
That's what you
against
agreed to do.
this
Bullshit.
objection.
Show the fucking model.
Wait, where is it?
Show the model. Not going to let you derail it.
Sun observation refutation. This
Yeah,
is the...
show us your assumptions of your model.
So if this mathematical model is able to predict that observation, then you have evidence that the Earth is flat or the Earth is round. This is not logically true.
You're not sharing your screen, Kevin.
Your prediction is actually instead a post-diction.
We don't see your screen.
Oh.
Start with the assumption.
I love that. He started like, yeah, I'm going to get through my script. And he wasn't sharing. That reminds me, if you're ever in a situation of someone, yelling at you, potentially aggressively with some insults, and they come and they yell like, yeah, right? The best reaction that I know of to that situation is, excuse me, can you repeat that? And the second time, it comes a lot like, no. Comes a lot softer. Promise, like 99% effective. Swear to God.
If I find myself in that situation, I have multiple ways of getting around it. But one of my favorites is, hang on, say it again, but slower. I'm almost there. Oh yeah, that's good.
But let's say, I mean, you can't go there. It's not a. Well, you can always go there.
I mean, the way I try to get around it is I would make the situation unnecessarily sexual.
Right.
That's the best way to like completely derail them.
Teetering the line with sexual harassment, like right up against it.
Oh,
like
just
Tom
full blown sexual harassment at that point.
Oh, no.
Damn Reds, don't speak in that tone. It does something to me.
Almost.
Show us the derivation of your model.
No, the model was on the first page.
You stopped my screen share. Okay.
I didn't stop anything. No bullshitting.
No bullshitting.
Well, we're already off to a bad start then.
So
Yeah, I mean, we're
big
flat.
screen.
It's flat.
Yeah, so show us the assumptions and the mathematical derivation of your model for predicting the sun, assuming the Earth is flat. Go ahead.
I have to say that only because one model is adjusted for one or several phenomena, assuming lots of uncontrolled variables, that's not the definitive falsification process for other models. We have long lat computing 1% is.
I love how it's just loose words. Long lat computing 1% measured. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
It doesn't really mean anything is going to be my guess.
Yeah. Oh, and then is a dark matter, electric universe, magnetism. Like, it's just this is so good.
Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck what the planet is made out of, whether it's atoms or magical unicorn farts. It doesn't matter. Geometry doesn't give a fuck.
Right. And the dark matter and the galaxies and whatever else could be just whatever. But the shape of the ground is very easy. It's very specific.
It's like these motherfuckers don't want to talk about geometry. It's like that dipshit we spoke to previously. No, I want to talk about the motion. I was like, so you're going to agree that the Earth is round for this conversation, then, right? No. Okay. Why not just start there then?
Right. And I mean the motion. You need to start with like, okay, how are we moving the way we're moving? Like rotation would be once you establish the shape, right? Okay.
Yeah. So first you establish the shape, then you can talk about the motion of that shape. Those are two different conversations, but they try to blend them together and it basically makes a mess at the end of the day. No, I'm here to talk about the shape of the fucking Earth. Do you have anything to show that your particular model, which would be the flat Earth model, is the correct model, the model that we should be going with? If the answer is no, then what the fuck are you even doing here?
You ain't got shit, Holmes.
Yes, that.
Yes.
Only measured for the system we could use, everyone could use, and you from the beginning said FMA is an example. It has clear variables. The F equals MA because.
Kevin. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Fuck, why isn't this respond? There we go. Kevin, where is the sun? There. I don't know how much more simpler than that you can get, right? And then someone measures where there is pointing towards, and you get the position of the sun. It's very easy, Kevin. I think you're drowning in a glass of water that has this much left. No, Kevin, no. I'll try to reach out because this will surely be funny if he thinks he can pull the debate style that Whitsitt does.
I would so want that to happen. Please, Max, do this for me. I am so close.
There's an object, but we don't have. We don't know the object here, and I have to speak as opposing.
I mean, yeah, we don't know the object, but buy her a drink. I don't know. Talk to her. Today, they, or whatever, however you refer to an object. But Kevin, it doesn't matter what the sun is. It doesn't matter where, like how far it is. The angles to the sun doesn't depend on anything but your position on the earth and how high you have to tilt your head to look at the sun. That's the measurement. That's the experience. It doesn't. Nothing else matters. What it gives you is that it shows you how people can only look all of those at the same time at the sun or throughout the day. Why are they looking at the position they're looking? And then we showed earlier, for fuck's sake. Kevin.
Yeah, honestly, the conversation about what is this made out of, what is that made out of, it's all a distraction.
Why does it doesn't matter. What we know is that, and what that everyone knows is, when you ask them where's the sun, they can go like that and they'll tell you there. And
yeah, you can point to the damn thing.
It's a universal question. You can go, hold your mind to me, and you can learn how to fucking ask it in Chinese, and you will get the question in every language that you ask of it, because it's a pretty damn easy thing to locate.
Yeah, it's that big glowy thing in the sky.
you learn that very little. You go like, what the fuck is that? And then you learn that it's always there. You know, giving us the warmth, the summer that I'm enjoying right now.
Party here that I didn't agree from the beginning to do this as a definitive thing to determine the shape of the Earth, and that is what I would suggest. So you.
So he doesn't have anything definitive? Did I hear that correctly? He doesn't have anything definitive to prove the shape of the Earth.
Yeah, he wasn't. It's like, oh, I'm not going to commit to any position. Wait,
it's
what?
that weak ass shit again.
Yes. Again, the diverting from the start. No, you have to take a position. That's the point. If you don't take a position, then why do we even care what you say? I like the trying to point out a fallacy with a mistake. That's always, hold on. Where is it?
It is inherently apparent due to perception.
Yes. The horizon is imparent, says my friend Whitted.
You do the
what are your
with this thing?
Your flat Earth model.
Yo, Ira, how you doing?
Okay. Hey, I was just calling to say hi, and had a really good event with Cody, the Stage FE, and he's on TikTok and Facebook and stuff. But we went to Greenville together, and that's on the other side of the country for me. But yeah, went and told people what we know about what there is, about how. Yeah, but just want to
hang on. Pause that real quick.
When we tell people what we know,
when we tell people what we know, what there is. So if you know it, then that means you must have evidence for it, because it's through the evidence that you happen to know what it is. So would you be willing to present that evidence? Maybe, kinda.
What I don't. Do you have Substack? Because I don't. I don't know. Ira James from Proxy Earth Substack. I mean, if someone has Substack and wants to reach out, we'll listen to whatever he has to spout for a little while.
That's all. I was just stopping by. So.
Nice. You still there?
The question that I do have to ask is, what hair products does Ira James use? That is a magnificent mane, sir.
There in the activism, still there with these guys.
I had to step out because I got some fam nearby, but I just wanted to visit some friends and stuff, and but I was there for 2 days of the whole thing, and it was really cool. We printed a bunch of literature and told people about our films and stuff, and I think the move.
They have films.
Ooh, boy, is it filled with actual evidence or just demonstrably incorrect bullshit?
I smell derp-cumentary.
Yes, yeah. I would love to know this, and if they would be willing to share it with me, I'll give them free publicity.
And that's what me and Cody talked about, is we need to create more physical literature so we can digitally distribute it. And that would have like lists of cool films that would include Mechanical Realm, Flatten the Curve, stuff like your films, my works, friends' works, Hitler's stuff, you know, and
Oh, Hibbler, that is derpy as hell. Don't know if you've seen those reds, but they're they're bad.
I've seen
Have you
bits and
dabbled
pieces.
in? Have you dabbled in some flat Earth cinema?
Bits and pieces here and there. Usually I get to the point where I start valuing my own sanity a bit, and then I stop watching.
Yes.
And then I immediately start watching something a little bit more interesting, you know, like Pornhub, for example.
Do you cry afterwards? I think that's the question that everyone is wondering.
Let's just say I cry lubricant. Everything gets all slippery.
Oh my god. Why? Why did I ask?
I mean, I don't know, Max. I mean,
Oh,
this is your show.
Yeah, no, but I had an idea. I had faith we would go somewhere else that was funny, but not that. Okay, never mind then.
Okay, sounds good.
I was going to say something else then, but I also forgot.
You know, I think that the realms of philosophy are really opening up. We got a lot of positive response about this stuff. Like, people,
the flat Earth thing that I do know that I've seen, I think more than once, is a zombie movie by a flat earther, J.M. Truth. That just the sound, like the sound of the movie is irritating because it has full scenes that the whole sound is muted. That it wasn't like done or added or shit like that, and you have big chunks of silence. That is so annoying. And then I saw some of the other, fake documentaries and all of that.
I mean,
yeah, it's bad. It's so bad.
One of the things that we were doing when we were making our distance to sun video, because that shit's like 45 minutes long or something like that.
Yes.
We actually sent it to multiple people to make sure that everything was okay before we released the final version. They don't have a similar process. Like, hey, can you just watch this real quick and tell me if there's anything wrong, if the audio is fucked anywhere, if I got the spelling wrong somewhere. Like, they don't have anyone like checking their work.
No, of course not.
Like, I would think that would be a basic thing to do. I mean, if you're trying to make a professional production, you should have people willing to watch your shit before you send it out.
Yeah, but the problem is, I see right there is that you're being reasonable.
Oh, I see. That was my problem. Okay.
That's a little bit tricky.
It is, yeah.
People actually want to talk about this and they have fun with it. And even the people who wanted to make fun of it, they were actually having fun with trying it. And they're like, all right, whatever, I'll get to the end of your film. We'll see. I'm like, yeah, I'll hear from you then, like usual. But we know what we're talking about, And these measurements that you and Keith Cameron Smith are doing have already been done. But we got this Dr.Shiva freaking pretending that he needs to peer review the whole thing in slow motion and take as much time as possible. So to buy time for, what's obviously a greater agenda at play. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Who
bro.
is this Joker?
Nice. Yeah.
No idea. But
all right, whoever this fucking Joker is, I want to invite this guy as well. I mean, he apparently has a lot of information to go over, and I would like to go over it in great detail. I would love to see where this shit goes.
Yeah, Ira. He knows. He looks like he knows a lot.
I mean, he said he went out printing a whole bunch of shit. He made videos that were apparently like super awesome and shit. So yeah, let's talk about it.
Ironworks and the $5 super chat with no message. Good job.
People are doing that, and it's nice to see you back. And yeah, we are seeing how Kevin, who's here tonight with us, how he's triggering Dr. Shiva, and we're enjoying that. Also, quick shout out to our brother Ironwork for the super chat. The link is up there, guys. If anybody else wants to jump in, let's hear a bit. This is the best part here. We're going on with Ira.
We are affirming the consequence. If the Earth is a globe, for example, you say then there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. If there is a 24-hour sun.
Max, this has been fun, but it is now past midnight and I need to go. But before I do, may I answer someone in the live chat?
Yes.
I missed the Linux trial earlier. How did it go? I'm an Arch dev, by the way. Ooh, Arch. Yeah, I am not that skilled. Let me screen share, if I may. This will be a good test of my screen sharing capabilities. Yeah, don't show these tips again, blah, blah. All right, let's do that. Okay, wait, hang on, cancel.
You're going to share your screen, hide the porn.
Yep, I'm doing that right now. Okay, here we go, and share. All right, so this is what I've been doing. I'm currently learning Kden Live, so this is one of my rocket launches. Never before seen footage, by the way. Never before seen. Yep, so this is a entirely new video, but I'm just testing some things out, and maybe I'll post it on YouTube later. But I'm just testing, you know, how the rendering works, how to get certain like titles and this little logo right here to stay put and stuff like that. I'm just learning all this stuff, but all of this is on Linux. See, all of this, Linux. All this is Linux. So it's currently going really well, actually. The only thing I can't do is I can't use the editor that I like to use, which is Sony Vegas Pro 14. But Kden Live seems to be capable of doing all the things that I needed to do. So yeah, to answer your question, Linux is going great. This is Linux Fedora 43, by the way. So yeah, I'm having fun, and I can't wait to learn more things as time goes on with it. It's looking good. So yeah, that's basically it. Max, thank you.
Nice.
Thank you so much for allowing me to do that and answer that question. I appreciate it.
No problem.
But yes, let's do this. If any of these guys wish to have a conversation with yours truly on this YouTube channel, oh, sign me the fuck up. You know where to find me.
You got it. Sure.
Excellent. And to the rest of you, I just want to say have a good night, and I will talk to you all later. Peace out.
Take care. Thank you. I was going to show you something. Forgot. Well.
Wait, stop. You're not following the instructions. Stop. You're like a fucking 2-year-old.
Stop. He's not following the instructions.
No, dude, this guy is terrible. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hey, so I'm gonna listen to this whole video after this, but there's a crowd of people nearby, and I just kind of need to say hi. But yeah, this Shiva guy is. Oh no! Ugh.
Are you going to cry about it?
He's sneaky, man. It's not good.
He's not nice to listen to.
Stop. Like he remember that video he was doing against David Weiss? He kept doing the timeout signal like in a basketball court. You know, like time out, and be like.
Yeah, he always needs to be the best. Yeah.
But this guy's special. This is a monster. What in the world? Anyways, I gotta run for now, but I just want to say hi to y'all.
Bye.
We'll catch up soon.
Alrighty. Have fun, man.
Thanks, man. Be well.
You too.
What is the instructions were what you agreed to? You would come to this meeting with the assumptions of flat Earth and derive a model. All you're doing is you're attacking the globe model. Bullshit. I'm not going to let you do that in this form.
Dude, that's what it's all about, Dr. Shiva. Because you guys were attacking the flat Earth experiment and the model, right? And all 1 versus 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't be there if I didn't say anything to anything. Yes, I needed to say yes, and I presented a little bit of a model. So yeah.
No, you didn't present anything. That's a problem. Oh my God. It wasn't a debate. You had to present your math on how you would measure a flat Earth, how you would do it. Oh my. I was looking for something that I wanted to show and I forget. I know. I know. Stand for the Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Yes. Definitions. Let me see. Affirming. Oh. Sorry, I was at the wrong link. All right. Fallacies. Okay. Consequent. Aristotle considers, you can't read theirs. Aristotle considers the fallacy of consequent to be a special case of the fallacy of accident, observing that consequence is not convertible. If A is B, necessarily is. Men also fancy that if B is A, necessarily is. One of Aristotle's examples is that it does not follow that a man who is hot must be in fever, because a man who is in fever is hot. This fallacy is sometimes claimed as being an early statement of the formal fallacy of affirming the consequent. Shit. Stop the share. So, yeah, what they're trying to do is to say that experimentation, because this would apply to all of science independently of any of this would invalidate all of science, because you start with a presupposition or an observation and you think like, oh, maybe it's this, and you test for it. So it would always be the same thing. Dumbasses.
He was just triggered.
Oh yeah, that's 1 versus 3, right? It's crazy.
You guys have been fucking doing this for ad infinitum. Where is your assumptions of flat Earth? This for
Hi, Winton. Hello.
Ad infinitum. Where is your assumptions of flat Earth and derive your model? Period. Are you going to do that or not? Are you capable of doing that? If you're not, you should get out of this fucking game.
I'm
Desperately going through his whole presentation to find something.
not the.
Yeah, because this is what they are playing, a fucking game. They are not there for the truth, right? They are playing a game there.
Yes.
Right guy to show
Where
that
is
the models. It will be Shane
wait.
here.
You gave you guys a week.
Balance space
You gave you guys
audits.
a
You
week.
can use him. I
Stop.
show you this model. Okay, you
Okay,
will
stop.
see this model.
Time out.
You will
Time out.
look
You're
at
not
this.
Kevin, that model is the globe. Sorry.
Time out again.
I show this model now.
Oh yeah, because he's seeing that he's getting out of control, but he's the one who's getting triggered. He's the one making derailing everything, because he saw that.
It's his event, Vika. It's his thing. He can do as he pleases. It's like coming here and telling me that you don't like that I do whatever. It's like, who cares? This is my house. Like, Vika, you don't understand that when you go to an event that someone else put the idea of doing and executed it and so on, then you have to follow the rules, my friend.
that you don't give a fuck now. So
game. He's not
I
playing
showed
by
this
the
model
rules.
now.
Please mute this fucking guy. Same deception.
I can give brief info on that model he's showing right now.
Wait a second, Mike. Rules were set in place from day.
Oh my God. Wait, no, let's go here. I don't like how sexy you are, Max. Oh, fish wash. Thank you. That was something. Vika is. I'm conflicted because for just in the way he speaks, it is super triggering. From the language perspective, the people that talk like that with infinite number of fillers and without saying anything, they really get on my nerves. But on the other hand, it is also quite fascinating to watch someone just blurt out words without getting anything across, really. So it's it's have a whole conundrum. But that's wild. Isa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, right. So did you get now an idea? Because you were wondering yesterday, how the hell do these guys do it? The ones that want to science. Is that a little bit more clear to you now?
No,
Okay.
I didn't hear any scientific arguments. I was listening.
Right.
So, I mean, like, if you're sciencing, you need to have arguments. This is why, like, I don't understand why people are so hostile to Whitsitt. He actually makes arguments. Whether you like them or not, these people are making no arguments. Nothing. They're just, it's just sitting around talking. They said formula. I heard formula. And that's it. There's nothing substantive.
No, because it's like this. They want to give the impression of actually caring about doing the math and etc., right? But they haven't actually gone through that step. They think that they can just claim that the math tells us it's a flat Earth. And it just doesn't. It would be kind of similar. Remember when I debated that guy, Evidence of God, that he was trying to bring down everything to Earth, stuff that you can't really justify because even in the story itself, it's a miracle, right? It's magic. It's that kind of thinking. So this is what these flat earthers are doing with the problem that they can't do the math.
I mean, but I haven't seen a formula. I haven't seen anything.
Right.
There is no formula. There is no math.
They think that they can just, for example, Dan proposed an experiment with a radio right near a lighthouse or near and on a lighthouse. You start at the beach and you send out radio and you see how far you can get on a boat before the signal stops, right? Because of the curvature of the Earth. Then you go to the higher than the beach, let's say the base of the lighthouse, you send out the wave again, you measure, so on, then you go to the top of the lighthouse. And that is a very clear experiment on how far you would need to get if the Earth was flat or if the Earth was a globe, so that you stop listening to the radio signal, right? And Kevin thinks that he can just call that experiment or that measurement, he can just cry a bunch of random fallacies and invalidate the results of that measurement. That's what they're trying to do.
Well, even if it were invalidated, that doesn't prove that the case were true. So let's say that the study was wrong. how does that prove that the Earth is flat? This is my question I come back to at the end of the day. How is the Earth flat? Okay, so let's say your case is correct. Okay, then there maybe there's some confounding variable that's there that we need to try to investigate. That doesn't prove that the Earth is flat. That's not how science and math works.
That's what we were talking about with the Reds. They don't want to commit to their position on how can we tell if the Earth is flat or not. Because if they do that, they lose. So what they want is to just cry and try to hand wave dismiss all of the measurements you can get for the globe, which are many, right? So that's what they were doing. But this was about setting up an experiment, a measurement, and so on. They were trying to treat it like a debate. They didn't want to actually go through with doing the stuff. Because when you do the stuff, it always ends up in being a globe.
But my problem is always listening to this. Where's the substance? Like, it's hard because, like, you know, like in debates about religion, there's like arguments that one could make. You'd say this religion has this kind of information that we can look at and discuss and deconstruct and see how it compares to another religion. Okay, I get that. In this conversation, I'm looking for any information at all. Okay, I'm hearing you're saying there's an experiment. I'm saying, so what? I'm going to steelman it. Let's say the experiment comes through the way that it does. There's so much more. There's so much surmounting evidence that doesn't prove this case. So even if you did do the experiment, so what? It proves nothing. All you would have, if we grant this argument, is maybe there's some kind of variable that needs to be investigated that would never prove the flat Earth. That's not. It's not persuasive.
I mean, yeah, if you're in denial, sure, but that's like it's like with the final experiment. The idea is to try and get some flat earthers. The original idea of that Shiva thing was to try and get a flat earther to commit to a position so that it can be investigated. Pretty much like, you know how James Randi would test people on their claims of power? Something like that. Okay, it's like, okay, you say you're a flat earther. How can we test it? And then let's go do it. Something more accessible than going to Antarctica. That's what Shiva's idea was. But all of the flat earthers went to try and have debate and just say, nah, the whole way through. Right? But the idea was to find what thing we could do so that we could measure all of that stuff.
I mean, I think if you get on a plane that, like, I've always say this, why I don't need the final, what do you call it, experiment. Getting on the plane is more. There's nothing that counters that. I that's my problem. Like, why do you need to do this experiment? You go on the plane. That proves the case. It's a open and shut door case. You know, this is my problem. I'm not understanding. It's also
as far as arguments go, it's also about argument. Like, you go on the plane and what? Yeah, they
you just see the flight patterns and that's it. You see the horizon. Like, it's very clear. There's nothing that counters that. There's nothing that you could do in your basement that counters that point. Nothing. So I'm like, it's bizarre. I'm like listening. I'm like, what is your argument here? I was listening all night. We're here for, what is it? We started at what, like,
I mean,
10,
I've shown people amateur rockets, and they go like, nah. Of course they have excuses for, like, the planes, the windows of the plane were curved. That's why you saw a curved horizon.
So,
or
but
whatever.
if I grant that position, I'm like, how do you know you're not deluded by your point of view? If you're saying that the things are curved, I could say, well, when you take a photograph and you're looking at, the horizon, how do you know that it's not a distortion of the photo that you're taking? If I'm going to just be a conspiracy theorist and just say, I can't trust this, then what can I trust? Why should I trust your point of view if you're not going to trust my point of view? If we're going to have bad faith, let's have bad faith all around.
Right.
It was hard because I was listening all these hours. I'm going to be honest, I was quite bored. I'm listening. I'm like, is there anything of interest here? Nothing.
No, because these guys are just the bottom. Like, just listen to how they speak, and you realize like, oh yeah, these people are, these ones are dumb.
I mean, it just sounded like a club. It's like, hey, we're gonna hang out and we're like friends, and I guess we're gonna have some topic we're talking about, like a book club or something.
And you say some random shit, and I go like, yeah,
That's
no,
so
man,
cool,
you're
dude.
right.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like maybe you were, at a place and you were kind of having some reefer or something,
Yeah.
then you're like enlightened. I mean, it's just I'm disappointed. Like when I did a flat earth, like I really went out. I'm like, let me try to find every argument that's going to make this case. Let me try to do mathematics. Let me try to use religion. Let me try to use whatever I can. And I'm like, there's no effort here. And I think we should review Vika's documentary. That would be interesting to see are we allowed to do that? Can we do like a movie time and review his documentary?
Of course.
That might be an interesting
yeah,
thing
it's on
to look at.
YouTube. He can
So I
try.
think we should
He
review
can
his
try.
documentary. Huh?
He can try to copyright strike us. I mean, I dare him actually.
But it was so hard watching it because I'm like, what's your
yeah,
argument?
they're beyond boring. That's a big problem.
And I know like you guys don't like Witsit, but I'm like, there's something there, whether it's true or not. I'm like, there's something I can look up. There's some kind of research I can do, right? With what these people are saying, there's nothing. There's not one thing that I heard. Like, yeah, they showed some PowerPoint for a second, but I'm like, what exactly is substantive? What is your formula?
Yeah, but even
what's your research? What's your evidence? What's your peer-reviewed paper? Like when we looked at Daniel Hakikachu, right? He had peer-reviewed papers. Was he quote mining them? Was it a false way of looking at the text? Yeah, but it's something you can review. You can actually look at the text and be like, how are you applying the text correct? Are you looking at what do you call it?
I mean, that's what Kevin wishes he could have done. The problem is that he's not skilled enough to do that. So all he's left with is just the denial. No, there's nothing else. It's like if you take the ability to bullshit out of, for example, Witsit, then all you have is the denial. You have nothing else, right? And Kevin doesn't have that skill. He was getting
some rhetoric
on the first session. He was sharing his screen and he tabbed and he had like his buddies on Telegram feeding him stuff. Matthew Hakim has been trolling Blitz comment sections, by the way. Oh, Matthew. He also keeps running away from me. Just tell him that and he will go away. Yeah, it's no problem. All right. Isa, any final thoughts on this?
I'm actually surprised someone from India is a flat earther. I mean, India is really big. Most Indians are like big into like science and math. Like when you're born into an Indian family, you have to like get titles and you have to usually go into hard sciences. So most of the Indians I know, yeah, this is a big no-no. You would never even go this way. So it's very strange to hear an Indian person bringing this up. So that's funny. I guess
weird.
There has to be some, huh?
It is weird, yeah.
It's like the first Indian I've ever heard of. I've never met an Indian who's believed in flat Earth. Yeah, but it was so, especially one who's trying to look like a Bollywood actor. But
right.
But it's like when I'm listening, I'm like, there was no substance. Literally, we're here for hours, and we didn't hear one argument. It's the same problem I had with the feminist argument. Like I like tying things together. What is feminism? I have no idea. Like, I don't know what it is according to that debate, right? This is the same thing here. You're like, okay, here's this thing called flat Earth. Why should I believe flat Earth is real? You need to persuade me that flat Earth is a real position, right? What are the arguments? Oh, I'm going to do a Rube Goldberg experiment in my basement. That's going to prove that flat Earth is real. I'm going to take photographs. I'm going to look at some miles and, there's some distortion and people are lying to me. I mean, these are the arguments I've heard, and I'm sorry, people are like, oh, Whitsitt is saying garbage. No, it's not. He brings up science from the 1800s. It is an argument. It's an archaic argument. It's not really an argument that works within modern day science, but there is an argument there. That's what I was trying to tap into. You go into the 1800s, you say, oh, there's this thing called ether. There's a thing called miasma. I'm going to appeal to 1800 science and 1500 or 1600 science. Okay, at least that's an argument. You could say it's a very bad argument, but it's an argument. This year, there's nothing. There's no foundation. There's nothing to even explore. And that's what I'm disappointed by. I'm like, I want to hear arguments of any substance. And I want something to investigate.
You're overthinking things. That's not why you watch Vika. You watch Vika because of the incoherent rambling of filler that never gets anywhere.
I mean, you can watch that on like a movie review situation. You'll get more fun out of that, like where someone reviews like The Thing from 1982 and talks about their hypothetical meanderings of what actually happened during the movie. I think that'd be far more entertaining than listening to this guy. Just being honest with you, because there's at least something you can explore. There's a lot of content on YouTube. So
I know, but I don't know. I like that. It's a conundrum for me. I hate the way he speaks, but I find it fascinating.
Tell me, I'm interested. What do you find compelling about what these people were saying? I'm just interested because you like reviewing
No,
this
it's
stuff.
not that I find it compelling. Is that just having someone go, like, for example, for 30 seconds saying, because, and all of these other meaningless platitudes jumping from one to the other, and then at the end of the 30 seconds, goes and says to the other guy, and the other guy goes like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And he just said nothing for 30 seconds. I find that fascinating. I find, how can someone be so uneconomical with their words? That it's just, it's great. Or like, for example, like Demok. When you watch some of Demok's videos and he fails at even at basic grammar in his native language, I find that just fascinating.
I think the most entertaining thing was with that Canadian guy that was walking around the building. I thought that was kind of funny, but with the very
Mikey,
thick Canadian accent
going around,
that was kind of interesting. I used to go into that hockey place, but they don't let me in there anymore. I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was Mikey being weird, a little bit weird, out and about. All right.
Yeah, it's hard because I'm like, I don't know, for the way I kind of get entertained is like, I'm interested in like, what are the arguments? What are the substance? Like, what are you trying to convey? What is the ideas? And I get what you're saying. You're like, this is just like mindless entertainment. It's like you're watching something stupid on TV and you're like, wow, that was really, really dumb. Like watching Ren and Stimpy. I don't know if you know what Ren and Stimpy is, but it was like a really popular show back in like the 90s. But it's like just mindless humor where they just...
I was young.
It's like really, really stupid stuff. Like if you watch a show like that, it's like really, really, really dumb. But a lot of kids really loved it because it was like really, really dumb, So
it was a little bit before my time. I was way too young. Hudanit said, "Don't do that accent again, Isa."
Which accent?
The Mikey Canadian one.
Oh, like Saskatchewan, like Minnesotan.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because he liked it or not. I'm not clear on the meaning.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Sorry.
But it's like, yeah, I think I can get why you might find that entertaining, like just watching something really, really dumb.
It funny.
And you're like, whoa, like Ren and Stimpy, these really dumb characters acting really, really dumb. And you're like, whoa, that was the most dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let me see it again.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're telling me. Am I right?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. These are like cartoon characters in a sense,
All right. with that, the next debate on MDD is scheduled for the 16th. So I don't know if tomorrow I'm inspired, we can do something. If not, no. Then we'll see. Anything else, Isa, you want to say before we go? Because it's late. We've had some fun.
I think we're tired. I think I want to see something like interesting. Like I think we should look at a documentary. We should look at Vika's documentary. I think that would be interesting, and we could like have a counter for AI, like how much AI is being used, how much effort was actually put into the real documentary. I think that would actually be fun. We'll put counters on, like they do like drunken bingo and stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
We could do something like that where we put counters on for certain things. How much AI is used in this film? How many points have been repeated over and over again? I think that would be cool. I think we should do something
in watching Vika's documentary, we might get a contender against Jake with the all-time high score of dumbest amount of dumb things said during a debate. It might get there. I'll see about finding it, and we'll see if we
I
can
think we
do
should look
that
into
one.
it.
Because if it's a YouTube documentary, we can actually watch it like we watch other stuff.
Yeah, I think it will be pretty fun because we can do you know Mystery Science Theater? Are you familiar with that?
No.
Okay, you need to watch Mystery Science Theater. That's something you need to put on your list, just like God's Not Dead. Mystery Science Theater is like where these guys watch like really, really bad movies, and they start making fun of the movies. Like there's like this guy with a bunch of robots, and then you could see their silhouette, and they're watching these really, really bad movies, and they're making fun of it. So we'll do the same thing. We can watch the really bad movie and make fun of it,
Right. Okay. All right. And with that, thank you everyone for being there. Thanks, Red, for joining, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye.